Hey Virgos, this is Perigaea Tarot. I am here to do your reading. Let's ask the universe what is coming up for you guys. So, universe, I ask about my Virgos. I ask about the person who is on their mind. How does this person feel towards Virgo? And what are their next actions towards Virgo? As also, what are their intentions towards Virgo? So, interesting. Two of Swords in the reverse. How does the person on my Virgo's mind feel towards Virgo? And what will be their next actions towards Virgo? Sensing that there could be some resistance in regards to this person. Maybe there could be other interested parties. The person on my Virgo's mind, how do they feel towards Virgo? And what will be their next actions towards Virgo? How do they feel towards Virgo? And what will be their next actions towards Virgo? Oh, interesting. Ace of Pentacles from the reverse. Interesting. Okay. So this feels like an energy of someone who, I saw the Pisces card in the shuffle, and I think this could be, if you could be dealing with a Pisces, maybe somebody with a Capricorn, someone with Capricorn in their chart. So this person definitely wants to reunite with you, but they're thinking that if they give off an attitude of indifference or of letting go, that it might actually, make them come off a bit more cool or help them in the end. But really, they're wanting, what I'm seeing is they're wanting you to come to them. And I'm sensing selfish motives as well. I'm sensing the motives of someone who, because of their pride, they just want you to be the one to reach out because it makes them feel pursued and chased. And they want that from you, which that really sucks. So with the Five of Cups here, to the Ten of Wands in the reverse, this is someone in grief, feeling like they need to give up. We have the Leo card here and the Sun. Interesting. So yeah, this is someone in grief because they need to give something up. So with the Five of Cups here, we have three cups on the ground. So this could be someone realizing that they have to break someone's heart. If they're choosing between you and someone else, maybe, for example, they're going to have to give something up. They're going to have to give up one person. Someone's heart is going to get broken, and they have to give something up. And I feel like it feels like an emotion of grief over facing that reality. It's almost like this person was trying to tell themselves that they could just do things in a way where they wouldn't have to hurt anybody. And I think they're realizing that that's just not going to work. That's just not going to happen. Strong Leo here with the Strength and the Sun. But this is somebody, this is somebody who I think they're realizing that they're going to have to restrain themselves in some degree. It's like there's this, it's almost like they were deluding themselves to try and feel like, I can have everything. I can have both. I can have my cake and eat it too. I don't have to choose one way or the other. And you do. You do have to choose. You can't have, if there's two people that you feel obligated or tied to, you have to choose one. And if you think you can just not choose, well, that is still choosing, because say if you're with one person and you like another person, but you're staying with the other, well, that's a choice, so I feel like this is somebody almost grieving over having to face reality. It's like they haven't wanted to have to face the truth. With the Temperance in the reverse to the Hierophant in the reverse, this is someone, I'm sensing they're feeling anxiety. They feel maybe that with one party, maybe with you, Virgo, that there's a tie in here to karma, to their connection to God. Sometimes one person or another can be the correct choice. Like, you know, if you're choosing a karmic partner because you are refusing to heal from your lessons, you're refusing to grow up, you're refusing to, you know, to sort of complete your lessons that you're supposed to complete, and you're staying with someone because they enable toxicity or, you know, things like that, well, then that does make them the wrong choice. You know, that a person who who you're staying with because they enable your worst, you know, things you need to heal from, you know, that's the wrong choice. And I feel like this is saying that they're realizing that the choice that they make will actually affect their future because it affects their relationship with karma. It affects their relationship with God, who and what they choose, because the reasons behind it are related to karmic lessons. And with the Queen of Wands to the High Priestess, yeah, this, I feel like this is strong Virgo energy. I feel like this is Virgo or other party. This is them realizing that they're going to have to end it with one person. There could also be something related to housing here. Like maybe this person, maybe stability, maybe this person was staying with one of these parties for the sake of stability. But yeah, this is this person realizing I can't have both. You know, it's, I can't keep Virgo hanging on. I can't string anybody along. Basically, I'm at a crossroads kind of energy. I have to make a choice. One thing is going to end, and one thing, you know, one way or another, the choice is before me, and I don't have I don't have the option to delay. Yeah. So with the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse to the Four of Cups in the reverse, this is someone feeling like they can't offer, they can't come in, they feel like they're missing out on an opportunity with you. They feel like they're going to have to miss out with you because they can't offer you commitment. Again, I feel like this could have something to do with housing. This could have something to do with financial stability. Like maybe they're with another party because that person offers them some kind of financial stability, and they feel like on their own they couldn't make it on their own for some reason. They could be going through some personal difficulties right now, maybe. And so they're feeling, and maybe they are being put under pressure to make a choice and realize that they can't just like leave you hanging forever in hopes of some, you know, nebulous future where things get better for them, but that, you know, they can't, you know, because no, it isn't fair to do that to anybody. But they're feeling like they have to, with the Devil in the reverse, I mean, we do have, this is them needing to essentially unbind themselves from something to come out of toxicity. So I feel like this is saying it's easier for them in their flesh and in the fleshly realm with you know, the Pentacles here, to just say, oh, I can't be with Virgo, I'm just going to have to give up, you know, there's no option. But they're realizing that there are karmic repercussions there, and that staying with this other person potentially could be something that is going to cause them to be bound. And so they're realizing it's not even just about me choosing Virgo or this other person, it's about my future. It's about, if I make this choice, this could affect the rest of my life, you know, because it, you know, making the wrong karmic choice and staying in karmic, you know, bondage can keep us in cycles for years and years, and sometimes even through the rest of our lives, and maybe even, you know, have an effect upon the next generation of our family because of that. And so this person is realizing, like, there's also an element here of like, it's not just about what works for me right now, what makes my life, because I feel like this is someone making choices in the flesh. This is them making choices completely on the basis of what's easiest, what makes me feel the most secure. You know, I feel like with the Four of Wands here in the reverse, stability and security are a big issue here. It's not even about what they want. I'm not seeing a lot of emotion cards. It feels like this is someone feeling like they have to make a decision on the basis of stability. And with the Seven of Wands in the reverse, this is someone feeling like I feel like this is someone feeling like they are broken down. They feel like they can't fight. You know, they've been fighting a lot, and that could be a reason why they just feel like they want to kind of lean back into someone else supporting them and have things be easier. But I think that this is them understanding that there are karmic repercussions to that. So let's get some clarifiers for you guys. Wow. Universe, what can you tell me about this situation with my Virgo's person? The person on my Virgo's mind, how do they feel towards Virgo? And what are the elements at play here? So this is someone who, I feel like there could be an element here of the fact of like you having communicated with this person and let them know that like they need to make a choice essentially. But with move on in the reverse, I feel like what this is saying is that this is someone who feels like they wouldn't be able to move on from you. Not really. They know that if they make the wrong, they know why they're making this decision, and they basically, I feel like what it's saying is that they know that it's wrong. And they're worried about the repercussions it's going to have. So this is them understanding that they would have to break up, that they would have to break up with this other person. And I feel like this is them potentially breaking up with a Capricorn or with a toxic situation. But again, with the Seven of Wands in the reverse, they're feeling very, I feel like they're feeling very overwhelmed and broken down. Like they just don't have any fight left in them. What is this Seven of Wands in the reverse? But this is saying that to you, I feel like this is speaking to your person, wherever you stand in this Virgo, that if you feel too afraid to stand up, if you feel like you can't fight, understand that you are protected, that there are angelic forces that are with you, and that if you make the right decision, you may be scared that you would face hardship, but there are angelic forces that you would be all right. You are protected, and that would shore you up and make sure that you don't fall. But at this point, the test is, will you make the right decision, even in the face of fear? So I feel like this is saying that you are protected. You know, you are protected, but that you're being essentially tested. Universe, what can you tell me about this situation? Well, what will my Virgo's person's actions? What is coming up in the situation for my Virgo? Will this person take action towards them, and just any guidance? Believe in the impossible. Yep. So this is someone who it's like I feel like this is the universe saying, believe in your heart and have the courage to take a risk and to do what you know in your spirit is right, and that you will be protected, that you will be upheld. Because again, that is that's the test, is what will you do in the face of that fear. So don't let your past hold you back. Yeah. So I feel like this is somebody who they could be at a karmic, at a really strong karmic point right now, like maybe a node of fate return or hard aspect in their birth chart, where they're being tested of what choices they will make. Will they stay in their past and their south node tendencies, or will they move into their north node? Will they step into what their fate is meant to be? Because if you don't, then you're going to get locked up and blocked in this. You're going to get stuck essentially, and you'll probably miss out on this opportunity, forever. A personal issue reaches resolution. So I feel like, full moon in Cancer, interesting. So we have a lot of. I'm not sure where the moons are located this month. I think it's in. Is it in Gemini and Sagittarius? I'm not sure, but Jupiter is moving into Cancer, so that's interesting, or has just moved into Cancer, so that could have something to do with it. But this is saying that it's one way or another, this issue is coming to a head, and it needs to be faced essentially. Because one way, even whether you face it or not, there is going to be an effect to your choice. and you're very close to achieving your goal. So I feel like this is also saying that, like, if you just have faith and make the choice that you know in your heart is the right choice to make, you will be protected and you will reach your goals. And if you make the right choices as well, if you face these tests and you make the right decision, you know, then the things that you need will flow in. So actually, universe, what can you tell me about how their person feels about them right now? How does my Virgo's person feel about Virgo right now? Life without you is hopeless, dark, and depressing. I miss your light. I feel like this is saying that this person is lacking in guidance because of a lack of your presence, Virgo. This person is being influenced, I'm feeling, maybe by alcohol or by friends or by overindulgence in just social situations. And with the devil here in the reverse, this is someone, I feel like that could be a message also that if somebody has a toxic, if they have like an addiction problem, that's something that they really need to conquer because it's affecting their perception. Universe, how does my Virgo's person feel towards them? Oh, I long for your kiss. This is someone who's thinking of you. And I want to be different. So I feel like this is somebody who is feeling a need to be different and longing to be different, but they're not actually making that change. And I feel like that could be the test for this person, you know, on a large, like what they need to come out of in their past. I feel like this is saying that if this is someone dealing with a karmic partner or a past partner, that is the thing that is holding them back, because this is somebody who holds them in past behaviors of addiction. And so they're looking at, I feel like they're looking at change as a far off distant shore. They're looking at their getting out of drinking and all of that kind of, because yeah, I feel like with this 3 of Cups to the 4 of Pentacles in the reverse, this is someone who wants to let go of drinking. This is someone who wants to let go of revelry, partying. But they're looking at it like this distant shore, this future thing, and they need to take control right now. Sometimes we have all the answers in front of us. We know exactly what we need to be doing, but we are just putting it off because it's hard, you know, because we're not disciplining ourselves. And the fact of the matter is, if you do that, there can be massive effects in your life then you can miss chances that will never be returned to you. You can then have delayed karmic cycles that you'll basically be defining years of your life by the choice that you make. And so, you know, and I mean, that's, you know, that's not a negative to understand that, you know, it's, even though it's, you know, sometimes we need that push and I mean, the fact is it's a reality, whether we understand it or not, whether we face it or not, it is still a reality. So I feel like this